Now!
The whole aisle froze.
Sir, please, I said, get out! You think I don't see what you're doing? Standing there touching everything. Putting your dirty hands all over my merchandise. I know your type. You come in here looking like that and you think I won't notice? I haven't touched anything. I'm trying to buy. Buy? With what? Look at you! You walked in here with holes in your shoes and you want to buy something? Which camera are you distracting me from right now? Which one? I'm not. Please, lower your voice. There are people. Good! Let them all see! Let every single person in this store see exactly what you are. I've been robbed 3 times this year, and I know a thief when I see one. Somebody call the police! This man is trying to rob me!
The store went silent. 40 people, every aisle, every register, everyone turning, staring, phones already coming out. Not to help, to record. The man being screamed at was called James. He was 56 years old, medium height, wearing a faded jacket and worn boots that had seen better days. He stood completely still in the middle of aisle 7 with a bottle of children's cold medicine in one hand and a crumpled $20 bill in the other. His jaw was tight. His eyes were steady.
Put it down. Put the medicine down and get out of my store right now before I have you arrested. I am not playing with you. Put it down!
James looked at the bottle in his hand. He looked at Vincent. Then he looked at the $20 bill.
My granddaughter is sick. She's been running a fever since yesterday morning. Her mother is at work. I walked 6 blocks to get here because this is the only pharmacy in the neighborhood. I have money. I came to pay. That's all I came to do. Lies! Get him out of here, somebody!
A young store employee, couldn't have been more than 22, took one step toward James, then stopped. Something in James's stillness made him stop.
Sir! Sir, I watched him walk in. He went straight to the medicine aisle. He didn't touch anything else.
Stay out of this!
He's been standing there for 3 minutes holding that same bottle. He is not a thief. You're wrong, sir.
I said stay out of it. You don't know what you're talking about. I know what I saw. What did you see? Tell me specifically. What did you see me do?
Vincent opened his mouth. Nothing came out, because the answer was nothing. To understand who James really was, you have to go back 23 years. He had been a paramedic for 19 years, inner city, the kind of districts where the response times were longer, and the cases were harder, and the pay never reflected either. He had worked the night shift for 11 of those years, because the night shift paid 60 cents more per hour, and 60 cents per hour mattered when you were raising a daughter alone. His wife had died when their daughter was 4. Aneurysm. No warning. She was there at breakfast and gone by lunch. And James had held the hospital wall in a corridor not unlike 100 corridors he had worked in himself, and felt the specific cruelty of knowing exactly what was happening medically and being completely powerless to stop any of it. He did not fall apart. He went back to work the following week because falling apart was not something his daughter could afford. He raised her in a 2-bedroom apartment on the east side. He packed her lunches and attended every school play. His daughter, Nina, was 31 now, a licensed social worker. She had her father's eyes and her mother's stubbornness, and a 4-year-old daughter of her own named Grace, who had her grandfather wrapped entirely around her finger. Grace had been running a fever since Thursday morning. Nina was at work, a crisis intervention case that couldn't wait. James had called 3 times to say he had it handled. Don't worry, go do your job. Then he had put on his jacket, found a 20 in his coat pocket, and walked 6 blocks to Marsh Family Pharmacy on Clement Street. That was all he was doing when Vincent started screaming. The police arrived in 4 minutes, 2 officers. Officer Daniela Reyes looked at the scene. She looked at the crowd. She looked at the phones, still recording.
What's the situation?
This man is robbing me. He's been...
Sir, sorry to bother you. Can I see what's in your hands?
James held them both out, open. The bottle of children's cold medicine, the $20 bill.
Were you attempting to purchase this?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he prevent you from doing so?
He started shouting before I got to the register.
She turned back to Vincent.
Sir, do you have any evidence of theft?
He was going to...
Do you have evidence of theft?
Vincent's mouth worked silently. Officer Reyes looked at the crowd.
Did anyone witness this man attempt to steal anything?
Silence. Then the same woman from before spoke again.
He walked in, went to the medicine aisle, picked up that bottle, and stood there. That's all I saw.
3 other people nodded. Someone said, yeah, that's right.
Sir, I'm going to recommend that you allow this man to complete his purchase. And I'm going to suggest that you think carefully about what you actually observed before you call us again.
She stepped aside. The aisle was quiet. Vincent looked at James. James looked at Vincent. The $20 bill hadn't moved. James walked to the register. He placed the medicine on the counter. He placed the 20 beside it. Vincent rang it up without speaking. His hands weren't steady.
I hope you never have to find out what it feels like. To walk into a place just trying to take care of your family and have someone decide what you are before you open your mouth. I hope you never know what that feels like. But I think you should spend some time thinking about the fact that you just made sure someone else does.
He walked out. The door closed behind him. The store stayed quiet for a long time after that. What James didn't know, what he found out 3 days later through his daughter Nina, who found out through a colleague, who found out because one of the videos had spread, was that one of the people recording in that store was a journalist. Not a famous one, a local one. The kind who covers neighborhood stories for a mid-sized city publication that had been running a series on business owners and community trust. She had been in the pharmacy picking up a prescription when it happened. She ran the story on Monday. By Wednesday, it had been picked up by 4 larger outlets. By Friday, Vincent Marsh had issued a public statement. His lawyers had written it. Nobody found it particularly convincing. What they believed was the video. The medicine, the $20 bill, the 6 blocks James had walked for his sick granddaughter, and the 19 years he had spent serving the same community as a paramedic. Vincent's business suffered. In the quiet that followed, he had plenty of time to think about what James had said, and he did. Grace's fever broke on Saturday morning. James was sitting in Nina's kitchen, coffee in hand, when he heard small footsteps. Grace appeared in her pajamas, climbed into his lap, and rested her head against his chest.
Grandpa.
Hey, baby girl.
I feel better.
James placed a hand on her forehead. Feeling the fever is gone.
I know.
Comment Grace if this story hit you. Follow for more. And tell us, did Vincent deserve what happened to his business, or was the public response too far? Drop it below. We read every single one.
Never judge someone by their appearance. James was accused and humiliated simply because of worn clothes and assumption. In reality, he was a caring grandfather trying to buy medicine for his sick granddaughter. Respect, fairness, and fact matter more than first impression. A moment of prejudice can hurt deeply, while a moment of understanding can change everything. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to subscribe us on Kindness Short Film.